Well, hey there, garbage lovers, and welcome to another trash talking episode of This Show Is Not Rubbish. How have you been? You've been well? Oh, good. I'm very pleased to hear that. Me, I've been feeling great. From my head to my toe. Come on, these puns are rock salad. Fine. Let us see what the thing in the bin has for us to experiment with today. Okay, I think I've got all the fruit and veggie puns out of my system. Actually, I don't think that's necessarily so. Okay, that's the last one, I promise. Maybe these puns are mint. Fine, let's explore some trashy facts. So this episode's rubbishy star is celery, a staple ingredient in many soups, salads, stews, and other menu items. The part of celery that we generally eat is this bit here, which botanically speaking is the, well, what do you reckon? Is it A, the root, B, the stem, or C, the leaf? If you said A, the root, then weird. If you said B, the stem, then wrong. And if you said C, the leaf, then you would be correct. It's called the petiole or leaf stalk, and it's the part of the leaf that connects the stem with the leaf blade, which is the fancy flourish on top. Yummy, yummy petiole. Now, we all know that this is a vegetable, and of course, this is a fruit. But what about these? These are a vegetable, right? Wrong. Botanically speaking, tomatoes are a fruit. And to get all scientifically specific, fruits are the seed-containing structures that develop from the ovaries of flowering plants. Vegetables, on the other hand, are all the other various edible bits of a plant, the roots, stems, leaves, and flowers. Let's play a little game. A game that I'm going to simply call fruit or veg. A carrot, fruit or veg? A carrot is a vegetable. Lettuce, fruit or veg? Lettuce is also a veg. Watermelon, fruit or veg? This one is definitely a fruit. Green beans, fruit or veg? Fruit. Snow peas, fruit or veg? Also a fruit. Broccoli, fruit or veg? Most definitely a veg. Corn, fruit or veg? Corn is a fruit. Sweet potato, fruit or veg? Vegetable. Capsicum, fruit or veg? Fruit. Rhubarb, fruit or veg? This one's a vegetable, possibly my favourite veggie, stewed with custard and So how did you score? Looks like I've scored two very different sorts of salad. Hang on a moment, I'm just going to rearrange a few things. That's better. Yum. Oh, and to blow your mind just a fraction more, this is a berry. while this is not. But that is science for another day. Celery. It's just so green. But it doesn't have to be. It's easy to turn celery's various bits yellow, red, or even blue. How? All will be revealed. But first, we need to have a look at a cross-section through a celery leaf stalk. If you look very carefully, you might be able to just see a semicircle of little darkish green dots. These are Xylem and Phloem. Fab words, right? They kind of sound like something out of a Doctor Who plot. The revenge of the Xylem from the planet Phloem. Anyway, Xylem is a kind of tube that carries water through plants, from the roots up through the stems and into the leaves. Phloem carries the products of photosynthesis from leaves to other parts of the plant. Today, we are focusing on the water transporting xylem. And these vessels are remarkable. To help us understand how they work, watch this. Boom! How awesome is that? You see, water is sticky. It sticks to itself and it also sticks to other things. When water sticks to itself, we call this cohesion. When it sticks to other things, we call this adhesion. Paper is made from a plant fibre called cellulose. The way this fibre is packed together in paper towel creates lots of tiny gaps and holes and tubes. Dip it into water and the water will climb up through those gaps. It sticks to the fibres, that's adhesion, and is also drawn back to itself, that's cohesion. So the water is pulled out towards the paper fibres as well as back towards itself. This allows the water to climb up through the paper. This process is called capillary action, and it's one of the things that helps water rise through plants. Xylem vessels are very narrow, so water sticks to the sides of the tube and is also drawn back to itself. This pulls the water up higher and higher. There are a few other forces that also help this movement, including evaporation of water from leaves, which helps pull water up, and something called root pressure, which helps push water up. The science is actually very complicated and not completely understood, and that's one of the beautiful things about science. There's heaps of stuff we don't know. There's always something new to discover. Now, capillary action is the thing we need to put into, well, action to recolour our celery. Step 1, cut the base off the celery. Step 2, 3/4 fill a few jars or glasses with some cold water. Step 3, choose a few food colours and then pour a generous amount of each into the glasses of water. The deeper the colour, the better. Step 4, place a few celery stalks into each glass. And that's it. All we have to do now is wait for a couple of hours or a couple of days. Well, I've got a few things to do, so let's say we meet back here in a couple of days. Well, hey there, welcome back. Now, the experiment's been running for a couple of days now, so let's check out the results. Just look at these leaves. Aren't they beautiful? In just a few short days, we have created a brilliantly decorative vegetable. Now, if we once again have a look at the end of our celery leaf stalks in cross-section, then you'll now be able to very clearly see the xylem. And it's not just celery that can be transformed like this. White flowers like roses, carnations, and daisies can all be experimented with in the same way. I wonder what's flowering in the garden at the moment. So the great big really important question is, into which bin should you throw your celery scraps? It's time to play a little game I like to call Which Bin? So our choices, as always, are a general curbside waste bin, a curbside recycling bin, a curbside green bin, or some other bin or place. Well, what do you reckon? Which bin should we scrape our leftovers into? I'll give you a few moments to have a think. So, have you thunk of an answer? Did you say your green waste bin? Well, if you did, then you would be correct, or possibly incorrect. A who and a hey and a what now? Well, it all depends on where you live. Lots of councils around Australia accept food scraps in green curbside bins, but not all. If your council does accept food scraps, then they might ask you to simply throw them in or wrap them in a sheet of newspaper or two and then throw them in. Other councils might ask you to use a compostable bag, while some councils might ask you to absolutely definitely, under no circumstances, use a bag. Alternatively, you can throw vegetable scraps into a home compost bin, if you have one. Or, if you have a bunny, there you go, Peter. Nom 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 nom. Recycling and waste management are evolving sciences, and rules vary from country to country, city to city, and council to council. Always check with your local council as to what thing should go into which bin. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and then head over to our website and social media pages for more garbagey goodness.